in the Philippines, what we are trying to do is to build a very strong civil society that is composed of various sectors. So it's not just about NGOs, national NGOs, local NGOs, but for people's movements. You know, we have a very diverse people's movements in the Philippines. We have indigenous peoples, we have movements of rural women, women who are in the production of, you know, food and all of that. But we are threatened by climate change. Our vulnerabilities are heightened by climate disasters and all of these things because of our geography. So because of all of these combinations of, you know, a 25% poverty incidence in a 100 million population, that's still high. The government is very proud to say that, you know, we've reduced the poverty. But if you look at the statistics closely, they have really fudged the poverty statistics. We don't like that. In fact, we're questioning the kind of measures and the kind of indicators that are being put up there and being said. In the Philippines, we have the highest growth in Asia, in fact. Okay? Next to China, we're doing 3/4 of growth, steady growth. But there is increasing inequality. So this is the condition that we are living in, and plus, you know, the climate disasters we face every year, every single year. It's not only this typhoons coming in, it's volcanic eruptions, it's conflict in the south. In fact, we are a level 4 UN response. We need humanitarian response teams to come to our country because of all these things. But, you know, when you look at the whole picture, we have the capability because we have a very strong and very vibrant civil society movement that is actually empowered to look at the situation very closely and move. Because we are not the only NGOs, not only are the NGOs empowered, we are very clear about the empowerment paradigm we are promoting. We want to move and shift the centers of power to the centers which are the people. The center of power is in the oligarchs, in the businessmen, in the private business, but we want to move that away from them. So we're challenging systems at the local level. We're challenging local governments to be more participatory. We have a very good policy environment for participation under the local government code. We have a very strong environmental set of laws, but these are not implemented well. So the accountability is something that we're pushing for as NGOs, but we know that people's organizations should be the primary representatives of themselves in these local government units, in all of the instrumentalities of government that are existing. So we do that. We challenge them, we challenge local governments, we challenge the Senate, we challenge everybody, you know, all of the rulers, the one that rules, the bosses. So we challenge them. So we have very good ways by which we have done it. We've engaged the government in terms of the budget. Through the Social Watch initiatives, we have done budgeting, alternative budgeting systems, and we have been listened to. Funds have been moved. So I think, you know, there are increments in many, many steps that we have taken. And I think the strength of the civil society in the Philippines should be the primary strength by which governance is strengthened, and therefore we have that kind of, you know, stronger vision for a post-2015 development agenda. Action 2015 as a campaign is a very good platform to include all kinds of issues. Action 2015 will only be very successful globally if there are actions that are done locally. And therefore, Action 2015 should build on the issues of the grassroots and enable the grassroots to speak for themselves and say, this is what we want, this is the future we want. And that is, you know, being inclusive, meaning all the sectors should be reached out to, because there's a very clear agenda already, and then we just push for this. Because if we do not stop challenging the system, nothing's going to change.